Now, the next little bit, having a chat about integrating quotes into our pieces. So, what to do and what not to do, do's and don'ts. We should be making quotes fit into our sentences and flow smoothly and read nicely within our sentences. For example, Romeo's characterization of Juliet's eyes as the fairest stars in all the heaven underscores his hyperbolic infatuation. Notice how nicely the quote has been integrated within the sentence of analysis. Hyperbolic infatuation, hopefully you're familiar with this word, just means over exaggerated infatuation. So he's very, very obsessed. Um, we should also modify quotes that don't quite fit using square brackets and ellipses. For example, what does her beauty serve? Romeo questions what Rosaline's beauty serves. Rosaline is implied, so we have those ellipses. We have the square brackets, sorry. And ellipses, we put a triple dot when we want to not rewrite the entire quote and essentially indicate that this is um, there's information excluded, but then the rest of our quote has some information from somewhere forward in the text, say later on in that sentence. So making sure you practice and making sure that you can integrate quotes properly. This is something that, should only take you a very, very short one session to work on. This is not a particularly difficult skill, but it's an important one to have to be able to write a decent essay. What to also do, collect one-word quotes from different parts of the text and discuss them together by finding patterns. In this way, we can save on the amount of evidence we need to really include. In this way, we're able to include more evidence for one point of our analysis. For example, the repeated references to night, darkness, and shadows accentuate the foreboding mood. So you can see here that they do need to be related to each other. It needs to make sense that you are analyzing them together. Now, what not to do? Quoting more than, say, 10 words at a time. I think 10 is even a stretch. um, Even quotes that are just, maybe 7 words or more should be avoided in most cases. And we see an example of a very, a very long, free 4 sentence quote here. Also, do not use square brackets to change the meaning of a quote. We see this example here that is also very exaggerated and comical. Juliet declares, I totally don't love you, Romeo. That's not what she says, so we're changing the meaning. We cannot stick any new ideas in these square brackets. They're just to literally indicate what is not being said that is implied, if that makes sense. Also, do not miss out on opportunities to analyze quotes by ending the sentence and moving on to another point. Try not to leave anything unanalyzed unless you're actually doing a combination of evidence. So you're saying, in addition to this, evidence number 2 also leads into this analysis, and use that analysis to analyze both of them together.